questions for Caitlin for tonight's game? Got one on the right
Recording
side
in
here.
progress.
Somebody like starting, but go in the third row on the left there.
Hey, Caitlin, just obviously now you're used to all the hype and everything like that, but when you go to all these cities, you go to some stadiums, you see so many people wearing Clark jerseys or shirts and stuff. What's that feel like to you, and kind of just, how's that like?
Yeah, I think it's fun for myself. A lot of, I don't know if this is on or not, but I think a lot of these cities that we're still going to now is like kind of my second time, so kind of know what to expect, kind of know what the venue's like, but the crowds, like that's never something that gets old or something that you get used to. Like it's super fun for myself, and every place is still really different and unique in their own way. Obviously, we're just in Minnesota, and now we're here in Atlanta, and the arenas are different. I felt like the last time we were here, there was like a lot of just basketball fans, like a lot of people that really appreciate the game and understand the game and wanted to support the game of basketball, especially women's basketball. So I expect the same, and for myself, like it's really fun getting to see young kids in your jersey or whoever it is, and trying to take some time to interact with them.
Go first row on the right here.
Caitlin, you've hit some recent milestones, and you ended the night with 81 and made three-pointers, which trails the Dream's Ryan Howard, who had 85 in 2022 for most made three-pointers by a rookie. What's your perspective when you hit these milestones and that you could hit another one here tonight in Atlanta against the Dream, against Ryan Howard?
Yeah, I mean, usually not something you're really aware of until it happens, I guess, and obviously Ryan had a really good rookie season, and she was somebody I played with when I was in high school, and she was in college on Team USA, on our U19 team. So, I know her pretty well and how talented she is. So it's definitely really cool. But I think it just comes with playing the game the right way. Especially playing offense the right way. I think our offense is continuing to start to flow a little bit more. Has opened up some looks for myself along with my teammates. So just continuing to do that, I think is going to be really important for this group.
Just that first row on the right.
Caitlin, Coach Size has done a lot to bring the team together. Like I've seen you play baseball and all kind of different initiatives to kind of bring the team together. Have you seen those things translate on the court?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not going to really translate anything skill-wise, but I think having good relationships with your teammates is super important. I think sometimes that can be hard to do at the pro level. It's something that's very, kind of easy in college. That's who you're kind of stuck with for 4 years. Obviously things are a little different now with the transfer portal, but I think in the pro level you don't always have one time to build those relationships. Like you're professionals, you're trying to go about your business and do all the right things, and I think it was a good break for us, obviously the Olympic break, having that time where we had most of our team together and being able to do some fun stuff away from basketball where the environment's loose and it's fun and you kind of get to know your teammates better and their personalities, and I think maybe it doesn't really need to be on a deep level, but those fun, whether it's playing baseball or putt-putt or whatever it is, like those are fun activities that you get to share with your teammates and be competitive, and I think it definitely helps grow relationships from that standpoint.
Got second row on the left.
Hey, you all haven't played the Dream since late June. What are some of the things that have been different that you've seen from the Dream since that last time?
Yeah, well, I think both teams are very different in the ways that they play. Obviously, the injuries that they had, I think they're starting 2 or 3 different people differently than what we played when we played them in June. So you can go back and watch that film and watch some of what they did, but you try to watch more recently of what they've done. They're really good in transition. They have really good ISO players that are really good one-on-one. So you're gonna have to be able to guard your man. But I think our team defense is gonna be very important. I think we're a step behind versus Minnesota, and that's not something we can do tonight. Is like we really got to pull over in rotations and be there for our teammates because they have some very talented players on this team. But I think they're running some different sets as well too on the offensive end, and being much more intentional in that action. So just preparing for that too.
Got the second row, or all the way back here on the right, Caitlin.
Caitlin, how do you describe where you are now as opposed to the start of your rookie season? You've had the break, you've had a couple of wins now after the break. How do you feel now as far as the mental and the physical aspects of getting the leadership and your legs and your mind together for this second half run?
Yeah, I'm just trying to take it game by game. I feel the best I've probably felt all year long from a comfortability standpoint, but also from just how my body feels and understanding the game and everything like that. I still feel like I'm learning every single day, and I still feel like there's just so many areas for me to continue to improve, and I think that's the most exciting part for myself, and I think also for our team, like, you still find areas where we kind of have a lapse, and that was the case versus Minnesota, where I think Christy broke it down, and in about like 6 minutes of gameplay, we gave up like 30-some points. So it's like those little margins, you can't make those mistakes versus these teams. It really costs you. You can maybe give it up one time where they go on a little run, but you can't give up 2 or 3 runs. It's really hard to recover from that. So I think just continuing to push myself and be a good leader and find my voice too. Obviously that can be hard at times as a rookie and as a point guard, but that's something that's going to be very important for this team down the stretch. And you know, every single game is going to be very important for us, and you know, obviously this one's especially important.
Good. Last one on Zoom. Matt, want to go ahead?
Yeah, hi, Caitlin. Just to kind of follow up on the end of your last response, you know, the Dream are only 2.5 games out behind you guys, so tonight's going to be important for playoff positioning. Has that been a message that you and your teammates have been kind of internalizing in the lead up to tonight?
You know, I don't think that's not a conversation that we've honestly had. I think everybody's aware. It doesn't really need to be spoken. If you know, are following the league, it's very evident of, you know, what it is. And obviously the playoffs are where we want to be, and we know how close that race is going to be. So every single game is important, no matter who you're playing, whether people are, you know, have already clinched their playoff spot, whether they might not even make the playoffs. Every single game is going to be important for us down the stretch, and I think every person in our locker room knows that. But I think we're just trying to go one game at a time. You know, even if you lose this game, not all is lost. Obviously, we come into every game with the mentality to win, but you know, this is a very tough league. We understand that and we know that, and I feel like we're playing good basketball right now, so just continuing to try to carry that through this.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
Caitlin.
you.